New Mexico's two senators put the Little Bear fire into greater perspective. Jeff Bingaman and Tom Udall said today the fire still burning outside Ruidoso has destroyed more homes than any other fire in state history. Hello everyone. The senators made the announcement at a press conference today here in Albuquerque shortly after touring the fire zone. Here's News 13's Scott Daniels. Thanks, Scott. Secretary Vilsack says the cost of fighting the Little Bear fire and the Whitewater Baldy Complex fire in the Gila Wilderness is expected to reach $50 million. Albuquerque fire officials report major progress on the Bosque fire that broke out yesterday south of downtown. Today they gave a tour of the burn area near Bridge Boulevard in the Rio Grande, where firefighters were still mopping up the Bosque floor and looking for hot spots. Yesterday's fire stayed mostly on the grass and did not make it into the trees. The so-called Riverside fire stayed about 4 acres in size. This is what it looked like from Sky Ranger yesterday. Today, AFD said the fire is now about 95% contained. Firefighters say fighting the fire aggressively was extremely important because it was burning so close to homes.
Anytime we have residents that that are this close, we really make sure that we are doing and throwing everything we have at it to try and stop it in that quick early stage of the fire while it's still small.
AFD says firefighters will continue patrolling the burn area every couple of hours for the next day or so. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Well, will the warmer temperatures lead to higher fire danger this Father's Day and throughout the week? Here's meteorologist John Smith. In the South Valley, a pedestrian was killed after getting hit by a car last night. Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies say the victim has been identified as 49-year-old Ronald Vasquez. They say it appears that Vasquez was crossing the street in the area of Blake and Isleta, but was not using a crosswalk when he was hit. The accident is still under investigation, but sheriff's deputies say alcohol does not appear to be a factor. As of right now, the driver is not facing any charges. A driver in another fatal crash is facing charges. 28-year-old Brandon Clark was arrested yesterday. Police say he rear-ended the driver of another vehicle yesterday on Louisiana, sending the other vehicle into head-on traffic. 36-year-old Deborah Valencia, the woman driving the other car, died at the hospital. Clark was found with his 4 young children after he crashed his SUV into a brick wall. Police say he was drunk, blowing a .29 on a breath test. Today he appeared in court charged with 4 counts of child abuse and vehicular homicide. Metro Court Judge Henry Alanez called him a danger to the public, increasing his bond from $65,000 to $500,000.
You'll avoid all contact with anybody who might testify in this case, including any of the alleged victims, which I believe is 4 children.
Clark is spending his Father's Day in jail. Court records show he was arrested for drunk driving in 2008, but found not guilty. It was a Father's Day straight out of a horror movie. 1 year ago, the community of El Rancho south of Espanola was rocked by the brutal murder of an entire family. The killer is still on the loose. Last Father's Day, Dixie and Lloyd Ortiz and their son Stephen were attacked inside their home. They were bludgeoned to death with a pickaxe. The couple's daughter says she discovered the bodies while bringing a Father's Day meal to her dad. 1 year later, state police say the case is their top priority, but still no arrests have been made. The man whose videotaped beating eventually sparked the Los Angeles riots is dead. Rodney King was found in his swimming pool early this morning. As CBS News correspondent Bagad Shabad reports, people in his Rio Alto, California neighborhood didn't even know he was living next door.
Rodney King's friends and daughters hugged outside his Southern California home. King was poolside early Sunday morning with his fiancée when she stepped inside.
And she heard a splash. She came out to see what had happened, and she found Mr. King at the bottom of the pool.
Coming up, elections for the second time in Greece, and one family's holiday weekend almost ruined after they get stranded in the Oregon River. The amazing rescue when we come back. The senators toured the fire zone today with U.S. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack and U.S. Forest Service Chief Tom Tidwell. Vilsack said today that the fires burning in New Mexico are among 24,000 fires that have popped up so far this year across the country. He says it's important to reassure the people of New Mexico the feds understand the challenges ahead of them.
Despite the loss of property, which as the senators have indicated was significant, we are fortunate that no lives were lost. and that is some degree a measure of success.